Hi there, and welcome to the Color Cinema. We're down here in the movie library today, and we are looking at a pretty massive box set. We're looking at Arrow's incredible Gamera set. Now, to kind of give you an idea of the Gamera set and how big it is, because we're going to go all through the set, look at the features, all that type of stuff. First off, I should show you a relatively kind of similar set, which is the Godzilla set put out by Criterion. So this is Criterion number 1000. This is the Godzilla release. Hey there, Vince. You're the first one in. And it is an incredibly well done set with all the movies put out right in the back, and a really cool, interesting book there. Hey, Alan. Hey, Amy. I think, Amy, you're going to like this one. But an even better way. Hey there, Cinema Dave. Good. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. An even better way to figure out exactly how big this set is to put it with a comparable set. And although Godzilla is comparable in the style and the type of set, they're both Kaiju sets. Logan, I got it, man. The best way to compare the Gamera set is compare it to another set that is similar. The Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast set. So this is a massively large set that was put out by Arrow Video to look like a cereal box, and it is Herschel Gordon Lewis set. Now, the Gamera set, which I'm going to pick up right now, is actually, let's do this right, slightly bigger than the Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast set. So if you've got the Feast set, you notice that the Gamera set is even bigger than that. Wow, that was heavy. So I wanted to do something different because everybody's been comparing it to the Godzilla set. I said the Godzilla set's a really nice set to compare it to, but let's be honest, we kind of got to compare it to the Feast set. I don't know if it's quite as big as the Bergman set. I can actually bring that one from downstairs in a minute, from upstairs in a minute. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm trying to find this video so I can open it up and not miss any of your messages. Here we go. So does everybody have this set by now? Am I the last person to get it? You got to be. Yes, George, I finally got the set. So it comes, of course, with an L card, which we'll get into in a minute because we're going to want to see all the features. But until I watch Syria Midnights, did you do? Oh, you did. I haven't seen your review. I don't know why. Why haven't I seen your review yet? Probably because I got a little peeved and thought I wasn't going to get the set, and I stopped watching reviews after a while. So this is the films right here. This is the complete collection, and it really is a complete Gamera collection. There's been sets put out before that have been like kind of complete, but they were missing like the latest film. This one has everything. Now, a lot of videos, I'm not sure about yours, Amy, I gotta watch it tonight. Exactly. Forget this right here. Hey there, Captain Fortress. Oh, Logan, you missed out. The early Gamera movies are kind of funny and cheesy. The 90s Heisei Gamera films are some of the best kaiju ever made. Not even joking. I mean, like, I'm serious. As a fan of like Godzilla and the more serious stuff as well, the 90s Gamera films are incredible. So everybody, and I mentioned this on a video before, but everybody was forgetting that this had the Gamera's map of Japan in it, and I just love this. It is a double-sided map. See, I love the Gamera films, even the old ones. People say, well, you know, it's kind of cheesy and kind of silly and stuff like that. Have you watched the Showa era Godzilla films? Because I have, and that, and a lot of them are. That's what they are. They're pretty cheesy. They're pretty fun. So it goes here. It talks about the Arctic with Gamera 1965, Kyoto, which is Revenge of Ours, of course. Gamera versus Jigra, the 1971. That's probably one of the most popular of the early ones. Gamera versus Baragon is Osaka Castle. Fukuoka Dome is Gamera Guardian of the Universe in 1995. That started the whole big new trilogy. Ashima is Gamera the Brave. That was the latest one. Attack of Legion was done in Sapporo. Cape Irmo is Gamera the Giant Monster. Tokyo, of course, is Revenge of Iris. Classic, excellent film. We can go to the space ones. We have like Terra, which was Gamera versus Gyron, and Outer Space, Gamera Super Monster. And Western Island, South Pacific had Jigger. So just some really incredible stuff. It has like the movies, kind of like film by film timeline down below there as well. It has it here in Japanese on the other side, and I'm extremely impressed with that. That's something that I will be cherishing. And I wish that my kids were here right now. My oldest, she is a huge Gamera fan. Hey, Stefanos, Chinese food and Gamera. It is an awesome set, man. So you open it up. The first thing you see is the artwork here by Matt Frank. It is incredible. I think it does have new, I'm pretty sure it does have new remastering. We'll look into that actually in a second. So I love the fact that when they do Gamera the Giant Monster, which is the only one that was done in black and white, the actual artwork on the disc is in black and white. The second one has Gamera versus Baragon and Gamera versus Gaios on it. When you open it up to the next page, and it's just gorgeous artwork. I can't get over how good the artwork is done. Matt Frank did an amazing job. And the reason I'm not focusing on the disc too much right now is there's a reason for that, and I'll get into it. As we can see the artwork here, as we get into the Gamera Attack of Legion, which is a fantastic film. Revenge of Iris, which is incredible. And Gamera the Brave is the latest one. I don't remember if I've seen Gamera the Brave. Oh, the 90s trilogy are amazing all-time classics. But the reason I didn't go too much into like the artwork on the discs is because you get them on their own as hey there, Steve, as lobby cards. So here is the art, and it's got every film there. As you see, this is Gamera the Giant Monster, and here we got Gamera versus Baragon, Gamera versus Gaios. Gamera versus Veras. I apologize if we get some of the names wrong. Hey there, Lee. And this is Gamera, of course, versus Gyron. I love this one, actually. I like that, the suit design. And Gamera versus Jiger. But that's not all, because, of course, there is more lobby cards here, which slip right back in. Very, very easily, actually. I'm surprised. They put a lot of work into the set. They saw the Godzilla set, pretty much Arrow saw the Godzilla set, said, hold my beer. And they totally upped them. They completely just, oh, this is not going to go out right. This one is not in. What the heck? There we go. Okay. Stuck in wrong. So next up is Gamera versus Zigra. Gamera Super Monster. Gamera Guardian of the Universe. That's what we're getting into the, what I consider the super classics. Gamera 2 Attack of Legion. If you have not seen the 90s Gamera films, they're really, really good. And if you like Kaiju at all, you owe it to yourself to check them out. This is Revenge of Iris, of course, which is a classic film. Hey there, Chris. And this is Gamera the Brave. Gamera Super Monster is your least favorite? I can kind of see that. Which one is Super Monster again? That's the one in space, right? That's right before they went into the more serious, grittier Gamera. That's pre. Well, Kaiju movies are like they're monster films. They're big. They're like men in suit monster films, like you see in like the Godzilla and Gamera. If you're watching it on TV and you're seeing guys fighting monsters, it's called Takatsu. On the back here we have the scales, a Gamera. Hey there, Paul. Hey, Skelter. And Gamera, the complete collection. But you know, that it would be amazing just to have this and the cards and all that. But there was no way in hell they were going to stop right there. Hey, Italian Dan. Just started your new job. You're being trained remotely. Well, congratulations on the new job. But this is one of the big things I wanted. This is the Gamera Comics collection. It has the entire Dark Horse Comics run on here, and the one that was kind of like an unofficial one that's more official now, done by Matt Franks, and the artwork for this one here. So we'll open it up here. What's really neat about this is the artwork on this is incredible. We have The Last Hope by Matt Frank, Gamera, Shadow of Evil, Gaios, but these are but chips. Gamera 2 Reckoning, Gamera 3 Up from the Deep, and Gamera 4, also called The Last Hope, by the way. Hey there, Hobo. So the original, like the one done with from the Matt Frank collection, is actually done in black and white, and I love the look of this. It really has the old school, like kind of Gamera feel to it. Just look at the intricacy of the artwork and how amazing it's done. It's no. Hey Vanessa, did you get the Gamera set? Did you get it? Because it is freaking awesome. All right, so it goes back to this is the Dark Horse comic series. It has the cover art for the series, but not only that. You know what's really, really cool is it also has, like, aside from the art itself, it has the next issue thing, and wait for it, they had like the article on Gamera in the comic that's actually reproduced here as well, and in the later issues they would have Shall We Talk, which is letter pages from where people like writing in on the Gamera comics. And what's really neat here is that the guy that did the artwork for this set, Matt Frank, who was very young at the time, he was 10 years old. This is his letter to Dark Horse Comics, which I'll read here because it's only short. Dear Shall We Talk, I'm 10 years old and I've loved Gamera and Godzilla since I was 2. I think I've come up with a better title for your letter page. How about Gamera, Grams, or Leviathan letters? How about that for a shell shock? I have enjoyed your comics, but one thing puzzles me. Where can I get those new Gamera movies like Guardian of the Universe or Gamera vs. Legion? #1 fan. Well, Matt Frank, you very much are the #1 fan because now your artwork is adorning the set that we're looking at right now. So when you're looking at all the Gamera art that you're seeing on this box set, the guy that did it was once 10-year-old little boy writing into a Gamera comic book. So if he can do that, guys, and nowadays he's like looking at the artwork on his own and having like audio commentaries and everything on the set, anything is possible. And you can do it. It's one of the most inspiring things that I've seen, like, come out of like a movie set in a long time, is that we're looking at a guy, and he has a YouTube channel, by the way, and he has unboxed it on his channel, and he was very excited to do so. But to realize that the guy that did this artwork here was a 10-year-old little boy that idolized Kaiju films, and now is like the guy that's doing the artwork for it. You received yours too, Mary. Isn't it awesome? Isn't it an amazing set? I knew it would look good, and when I watched other reviews of it and unboxings of it, I was like, oh, that looks so good. I hope I get it. And then I thought I wasn't going to get it, so I stopped watching unboxings because I was like getting a little bit peeved about it all. But this is better than I can have even imagined. It is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous set. And definitely, if you're a fan of Kaiju films at all, if you're like, just look at the time. This is another book, by the way. It goes through all the history of Gamera, all the films. There is an interview with Noriyaka Yuasa, Kaiju X-Rays right here, inside the High Side trilogy. the Heisei trilogy, a guide to English language Gamera, about the transfers. So you open it up, you see like a classic Gamera black and white picture right there. Then you go into here. It does look like it was years in the making. They definitely put a lot of work into this, Vanessa. I wasn't sure initially, but then one of the first reasons I wanted to get this was because my oldest, she's a huge Gamera fan, and I wanted to have something we could watch together. And as I learned more and more about the set, I got more and more excited and realized that there was no way that I could let this kind of pass me up. It's like the Al Abson set. It is like sold out on in a lot of places. Keep an eye out. I think it's sold out on Amazon CA, it's sold out on Dabalik, and Arrow's own website may have sold out as well. It's worth checking out though, Logan. If you got the bones for it, man, it's a gorgeous set. As you can see from this right here. I'm just quickly going over the. These are the different posters. Hey there, Cinematech. See the more like the cheesier stuff. There's probably the cheesiest looking one. I think that's Super Monster. Is that Super Monster? Yeah, that's the one you don't like, man. Oh, at definitely an elevated price, which is insane. But these are the really good ones. We're getting to the stuff right here. So this is when they revamped, rebought Gamera back. Showa era is is definitely the more cheesier, kind of the fun, like kid-like stuff. The Heisei, I'm not sure if I get it right, era is definitely more of a serious look into the Gamera series. And not only is that serious, they're really, really good films. Hey there, Jacob. And here we go into like the interview with the Gamera director. After that, there's a lot of that. They have like these here X-ray. I've seen what Brad is going for. Is it really? I love the X-ray looks at the monsters. If you're a fan of the if you watch the Ultraman stuff like I do, then you're definitely going to have a lot of fun with this stuff here. In the last year, I found that I picked up a lot of Katsu and Kaiju stuff. So, and I gotta agree, the suits in the '90s films are incredibly well done. There's actually the director, when he was like looking into doing like this. Here's a scene from the '90s films. When he was looking into this, like H.P. Lovecraft was one of his inspirations. I think it was a story called The Cold that he looked into, and Guide to English Language Gamera. And I haven't gotten to the features yet. Do I prefer suits or stop motion? It's a very different thing. Stop motion animation is for like more of a Harryhausen style thing, like when you're talking like an epic type of film. But like suits are more for like a kaiju monster type of thing. Like when you're looking at like the Asian cinema, like the Japanese films and stuff like that. Then I would definitely say suits for those type. I don't want stop motion for a Gamera film. I wouldn't want a stop motion Godzilla either. It would be cute for like a short, but it wouldn't work in the long run. That's why I also don't like a lot of the kind of the effects, like when you see like some of the newer Sentais, and they'll have like computerized effects. I don't like that. But King Kong is different. King Kong doesn't. You see him for portions of the film, and that was in the 1930s and in black and white. But King Kong is not shown for a large portion of the film. And he's not really fighting any, aside from like one Monsteral, he's not really fighting any monsters and stuff. Later on, when King Kong gets done, it's not used as a in stop motion anymore. So there's a bunch of features on here. So let's like just dive right into it. you're gonna be. It's. Let's just go through this. Okay. So there is a brand new 1080p transfer with lossless original Japanese and dubbed English mono audio and optional English subtitles. There's a commentary and newly filmed introduction. Uh, I'll do it pretty fast. By Augustus Ragon. There is a HP 1080p transfer of Gamera the Invincible. This is its Blu-ray premiere, by the way. That's the American theatrical version of the film with lossless mono audio and optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. There is a 1991 featurette here called Remembering the Gamera series. Interviews the director Noriaki, writer Nisan Takahashi, and others. Interview with the director, which is filmed by really by the guy. It's filmed by the guy apparently, because I'm not good at pronouncing his name, but I do know that he did Necromantic, Necro, those two ones for Arrow Video put out. I got one of them here. Uh, what's his name? Jorge. I'm totally gonna miss. Not gonna say his name. I will mispronounce it. Okay, there we go. The guy, right there, right there. Okay, so on the second disc, we got brand new transfers for Gamera versus Baragon and Gaios. What's really neat here, and I guess I should mention this because I don't really see it mentioned here, like outright, is people were asked if they were going to have, like, because on the Godzilla set there was like subtitling only for some of the films, if they would add English dubs of the films. Now, there are different English dubs of the Gamera films that came out in North America. There were like the Sandy Frank dubs, and there was the kind of like the drive-in, kind of the, I guess the AIP, whatever you want to call them, dubs. And they were wondering which of those would be used in the set, because we had some Sandy Frank dubs, we had some other dubs on it as well. Well, guess what? Every one of them were used. So if you're familiar with the earlier dubs of the films, those are on there. If you're familiar with the films that had the Sandy Frank dubs, then you are going to get the Sandy Frank dubs on there as well. If you just want to listen to them in their original language and put on the subtitling, that's an option too. You don't have to be tied to one. All of the subtitles are there, original language. The all of the dubs are here as well. So, ow, my eye. So there is a commentary on Gamera versus Baragon with August Ragon and Jason Varney. There's a commentary on Gamera versus Gaios with Stuart Galbraith IV. Newly filmed introductions with August. There's a War of the Monsters, the shorter American edit of Gamera versus Baragon is on here as well, with alternate English credits for both films. There is on disc 3 Gamera versus Varos and Gamera versus Gyron, again with the lossless audio, 1080p transfers, choice of 3 different versions of the film with seamless branching. There's a commentary with Carl Craig and Jim Coronella. There's a commentary with David Callett, newly filmed introductions for all these films, new feature with actor Carl Craig showing you souvenirs and props from Gamera versus Varos, highlights from the G-Fest X convention in 2003. Oh, by the way, on the first disc, one thing I forgot to mention, very important though, there was a Gamera special, an hour-long best of compilation, supervised by the director, that was made in 1991. And again, like I said, there's incredible stuff on here. There is the fourth Nippon Jamboree, a promotional film for the Boy Scouts of Japan, directed by Yuasu in 1966. Disc 4, again, you're getting like the brand new like dubbed English monos and optional English subtitles. Commentary with Edward L. Holland. Commentary with Sean Rhodes and Brooke McCorlick. Commentary with Richard Pusateri. I'm butchering these names, by the way. Newly filmed introductions on all these here. On disc 5, where it's Gamera and the Guardians of the Universe. You're Guardian of the Universe. You get a brand new 4K restoration for the 90s classic film on here. original Japanese and English dub with optional English subtitles. There's a commentary by Matt Frank on here, who did the artwork for this box set. Newly filmed introduction. As well, there's a testimony of 15 years, part one, the first in a epic 3-part documentary. And when they say epic, they mean it. It's not a short documentary. These are like long documentaries here on each set. Around like 45 minutes to an hour long each. Interviewing cast and crew of the High Side trilogy. By the way, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, feel free to like correct me. I pronounce things wrong all the time. Interviews with director Shusaki Kaneko and SFX and special effects director Shinja Higuchi. We're going to go with that. Extended interview with the effects director, focusing on the trilogy special effects, behind the scenes featurettes tracing the film's production from announcement to release, alternate English credits, trailers, and image galleries. Gamera 2, you're going to get another 4K restoration, original Japanese dubbed English DTS 5.1 sound and 2.1 audio with optional English subtitles, commentary by Kyle Yant, newly filmed introduction, testimony of 15 years, part 2. The second part of the documentary, there's on-set footage on the shooting of the film's main unit and the special effects filming. There's a comedic Lake Texarkana track, which has to be heard to be believed. Behind the scenes featurettes on here. Number 3 has again as a 4K restoration, newly filmed introduction. The third part of the documentary, behind the scenes featurettes again. The Awakening of Iris remix, a montage of behind the scenes footage and work in progress, special effects footage. Disc 8 is Gamera the Brave, and here we're getting optional English subtitles, commentary with Keith Aiken and Bob Johnson, how to make a Gamera movie, a featurette directed by director Raitu Tasaki, behind the scenes of Gamera the Brave, and all access on set documentary. The Men That Made Gamera, a documentary looking back at the series from start to finish, featuring interviews with the cast and crew. Open day premiere, a feature with the cast and crew featuring the film at its first showing, Keiho's Summer, an interview with the film's young stars, special effects supercard, a montage of effects shots overseen by FX supervisor. Trailer and image gallery. That is the Gamera set. And I will show you again as I... Hey me, I did it, man. As I put it back in. This is the book that comes with it. It's like the kind of your big Gamera book fanzine type thing. You get the complete Gamera comic collection, hardbound in hardcover and gorgeously done. I'll just randomly open up at a page where you can see. So let's open up at a Gamera page. The Gamera films have more monster blood than Godzilla. Hey, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I think you're right, man. Especially the 90s ones, man. Ever watch the Ultraman and realize how bloody Ultraman actually is, even the early stuff? I can honestly say, and I love me some Godzilla, and that that Criterion 1000 Godzilla set is one of the prize sets in my collection. Yes, Arrow, you did it. You more than one-upped them. And we have to take into consideration, though, that Godzilla is owned by Toho. And Toho is very, very protective of their licenses, and you only get what Toho lets you have. So Criterion hands were tied a bit when it came to what they could actually include on the Godzilla set. So they did the best job that they could do. Obviously, with Gamera, Arrow had more of a their hands weren't tied as much, so they were able to really get in there and get new 4K transfers for the new 90s films, like the ones that everybody loves so much. They've actually worked with comic book companies, and before we've seen many comic releases, whether it's going to be on Society or Broadway Animator. There's a lot of comics that you see come out with a lot of the Arrow releases. So they were ready to do that. They reached out to Matt Frank, of course, who is famous for doing artwork for things for Godzilla and for Gamera and stuff like that. It is a big missed opportunity that Criterion never reached out to Matt Frank. His artwork, even though he's pretty famous for doing Godzilla, he wasn't included in the Godzilla set that Criterion did, and and that is a damn shame, to be honest with you. He said Godzilla set from Criterion would be amazing. It's many people's favorite era, AME of Godzilla. If it happens or not, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I haven't seen any signs of any Heisei Godzilla coming up in any the Criterion channel or any kind of any notes of them having any rights to any of those. I would love to see it put out. If they couldn't put it out, can you imagine if like this would be this would be a punch in the gut. Can you imagine if Arrow Video like managed to scoop the rights up for that era? Oh, they definitely. I mean, like Warlock. I don't think that they thought that that it was going to be this popular. They expected it to be popular, and I'm sure that a lot of this, where it was like, some of it was definitely saying, they're doing Godzilla, we're doing Gamera. This is going to be amazing. This will help push our sales a bit. I don't think they had any idea that it was going to be this popular, but when you put the work in, God, this is freaking heavy. To put a set together that looks like this, just look at even just the aesthetics of the set. The set is amazing looking, and to put in that much work, not to just say, okay, we'll put in like the transfers with the, we'll just put in the movies. You could just put in the movies, put in the features that are already there, but they didn't do that. They decided, okay, people. One of the things that they noticed was that, hey, people want to see the dubs as well. They want to hear the dubs. They're really going to want to hear the dubs for the Matt Frank's YouTube video unboxing of this set. Definitely, guys, is something that you should look at. 110%. Also look at AME's unboxing of this set, which I got to do after this video, by the way. I'm actually kind of excited to do after this video. But they had the kind of like the knowledge to like say, okay, these are the things that didn't work on other sets. These are the things that fans asked for. Can we get an English dub of the film as well? Yes, we can. Can we get all the English dubs of the film that fans want? Apparently, yes, they could, and they did. I did not expect the Sandy Frank dubs to be on this set. They are. I did not expect to get every film dubbed. I know almost everybody did. Amy, did you do the poster when you did your video? I know I watched a lot of unboxings, and almost everybody that did an unboxing forgot the poster. And I was like, I was watching them. I was watching something I better have. And we sat down, watched them like 5 or 6. And where I'm like, I looked over at her and I said, do you know what? Nobody's remembered the poster. And she said, you're right. She said, nobody has remembered the poster. I'm like, said, if nobody keeps remembering the poster, I can be the first person to unbox it and look at the poster. Then Heath came out and he remembered the poster. Hey, David, welcome. Thanks a lot. By the way, Cult, say welcome David to the channel. Because we always welcome newcomers to the channel when they come in here. So I will stop right now until David gets a welcome. Thank you, Warlock. See, Warlock's the person that started. Warlock's friendly. This is what we're looking at today, David. This amazingly awesome set, which I hope you were able to pick up, especially if you're a fan of Kaiju. This is an amazing set. It'll go great along the Godzilla set, go great along your Bergman set if you got that, and it'll look amazing. Sorry, except you're angry at me, right? It'll go amazing along the Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast set. You want a new? I want a new Gamera movie, but I want it like the '90s films. Uh, that's I want them to go to do that style again. That was a great era for Kaiju. You got yours yesterday? Isn't it amazing? Did you look at the map on the inside? Because the map is incredible. That's it's for me. It's like a golden era, right? When they just seem to be like whether it was Gamera, whether it was Godzilla, they just seem to be like hitting it out of the park. When it came to see, they shouldn't be. I mean, like I gotta look at this map again. I'm actually I love this. See, this is something that's going to be going up. I don't know how to put this up though because it's too double-sided. So I would need something where I can put it up and be able to see both sides. What do you think the box set for coming out? I'm very excited about it. The William Griff box set. I want it. I definitely want it. I hope it doesn't sell out before I get a chance to get it. Probably it's going to be my Christmas gift for my mom. I think that's what I might ask for for Christmas. The William Griffey set. There's a lot of good stuff on there. Warlock. I would say that the William Griffey set. By the way, guys, for those that don't know, it's a big set that's coming out from Arrow Video. It's going to have like I think 7 films on it, and it is very much in the vein of the American Horror Project sets. So if you're a fan of the regional horror and that genre of filmmaking, then the William Griffey set that's coming out in November from Arrow Video is going to be something that should be on your radar because it's a regional horror box set, but it's focusing on one director as opposed to the American Horror Project box sets that are regional horror that focused on different directors for like 3 films per box set. '90s for Kaiju. Yeah, it was a perfect point. Yeah, old school tech was at its height, but new school tech like wasn't affordable then. That's actually a really good point, Craig. Because right now it's almost like you got to do CGI, right? Like, oh, CGI's gotten so far, it's gotten so advanced. We can use CGI. We got no excuse not to, except for the fact that of like the thing that really stands out to me. I recently watched the movie 13 Ghosts, the remake one done by Dark Castle Entertainment. I'm actually a fan of 13 Ghosts, for those who don't know. It's a movie that stands up way better now than a movie in that era normally would. And the reason that, if you enjoy the film, that it does stand up is because all the effects that they're using in 13 Ghosts, the remake, they're practical effects. And modern computer generated effects, like no matter how fancy it seems to us right now, the effects back then seemed like unsparring when they were done as well. Well done practical effects stand the test of time. Often well done computer effects don't. No matter how good they are, they keep getting better, they keep getting shinier, they keep getting more realistic. And what looks like a really good computer effect maybe even 5 years ago is the same to us as when we're watching somebody drive in a car and back in the 50s or 60s, and you're seeing just like a screen pretty much going by them at in the back. Or like 13 Ghost Remix goes well with Ghost Ship releasing soon. I actually pre-ordered Ghost Ship. So that's one I wanted to get right away. I wanted to get all the Dark Castle ones there's certain ones that I really, really want to get. A home run if NECA could get the license. Oh, can you imagine that? Because there are so many good designs for those ghosts. I'm not sure if you guys, everybody's seen the remake of 13 Ghosts. I will be talking about that in an upcoming episode of Cobwebs, by the way. So keep an eye out for that. They're just gorgeous. I missed your message, Alan. Sorry about that. Last message I see is message retracted. Oh, Severn Films website. Guests can check out on a preloaded gift card. That's actually kind of cool. They've added gift cards to the Severn website. But I remember back in the day when Todd McFarlane Toys was the one that you'd go to. Todd McFarlane Toys would have like these really cool, twisted, really neat, really well sculptured like figures. This is my college years, and the movie Maniacs. Yes, exactly. So those movie Maniacs, those Todd McFarlane Toys would have been excellent for 13 Ghosts. Like, just go back. It recently came out from Scream Factory. I do recommend you pick it up. Shannon Elizabeth, by the way, even looks better today than she did when 13 Ghosts was done. I think she might be a vampire, but damn, she looks good. But they were amazingly well done. And if you watch the movie 13 Ghosts, you can look at those ghosts and the way that they're done. And you're like, I can totally see Todd McFarlane doing kick-ass ties of these ghosts. Just such well done stuff. NECA does some amazing stuff as well. I got some NECA figures here. I got a NECA like Freddy Krueger. I got a couple of NECA Friday 13 figures. You guys know I'm a huge Friday 13 fan. Obviously, there's a set coming up that'll be unboxing here when I get it. Hopefully, it won't take as long as it did when it took to get my Gamera set, because I can honestly say I think I was number 1, 2, or 3 that ordered the Friday the 13th set on the Amazon.ca website. Not even joking. I was as soon as it was like announced, as soon as I knew that it came up, like before it even had a picture, but when it was just a placeholder image, I had ordered it. Did you order an AME when it had like just the 2 button picture? And it was a little button face is what it was they had there for the Friday 13th set before they showed the actual box art. I ordered that early. So it was not officially announced when I ordered it. It was not officially announced, but it would have been put up on Amazon. And I had heard that it was going to be announced that day. I went onto the website. There was like 2 buttons and a paperclip, I think, mouth. So and it said Friday the 13th, Scream Factory. And I said, I'm ordering right now. I ordered it about an hour or 2 later, I think. Then the picture came up on the screen. But I had it ordered by then because I wasn't taking any chances. I was ordering early because I knew it was going to be a popular box set. That's why I say when you see stuff like this, guys, when you're looking at box sets like the Gamera box set and you're wondering whether you should go for it, something like this, go for it. If you can afford it, definitely do it. This is an amazing set. This I'm going to have, there are hours. That's the thing, Warlock's right. It always goes fast. Sets like these always go fast. There used to be a time when we could wait on it and we could say, well, I'll get this set down the road. Don't they make more copies to sell, AME? Why don't they? Oh, well, the thing is, there's usually like a licensing issue. I think for the Gamera set, they made a specific amount of copies, did not expect it to be as popular as it was. There is a standard edition of the set coming out. So if you just want to get the films, much like they did with if you saw the Amazing Hellraiser box set that was put out by Arrow Video, the Scarlet box set, it was an incredible set. It sold extremely well. And now they're doing extremely well with a standard edition of it as well. So like basically standard edition will one have the comics, one have the book. I'm guessing it'll probably be the same, like special features and stuff like that. But it'll be done in like a more kind of regular box set with much like they'll probably break them up. That's what they'll probably do. Because I can see them doing like a Heisei era like set, like standard set, and maybe doing the other ones either like in sets of their own. I can't see them doing like another full big set like that because it's still going to cost a bit, right? Hey there, Jared. Welcome, man. That's the thing. That's why Warlock, I think that if they're going to do a standard edition of the set, will they do just a standard edition where basically they're just going to do like some plastic slim cases? They can do that. If they're going to put them all out, I'd say what they're gonna do is they're gonna put them out in like a little thin, slim case book, where we're gonna see like maybe like 2 discs in one slim case type of thing, or in a regular case, and with 2 discs in it, because it is an 8 disc set. So it's pretty easy to do it like that. Single releases would be the most profitable way for them to do it. Standard edition may not have all the films. When am I going to watch the Gamera movies again? I don't know. I mean, like I got a lot that I got to watch, and I got coming out especially right now, and I want to like be able to dive into it. I want to watch one with my better half. I'm definitely eventually going to do a Patreon video on one of those films. So I'm not quite sure. 31 Days of Horror is coming up soon. AME is right, and I've been getting ready for that. Yeah, the Hershey and Lewis movies are set as singles right now. Vince is right on that. So you can see that happen right there. Some says, if anything I want in my collection is rare and expensive, make sure to get it right away. And that's really important. There's so many times that, like early on, that I made the mistake of like missing out on things, and I ended up having to pay much, much more for them. And it's not just big box sets either. When Hell Comes to Frogtown came out from Arrow Video, I'm a huge fan of that film. I love Roddy Piper. He's Canadian like me, and and of course I love the wrestling, but I really really like that film. It's really fun. It's really cheesy. Initially when they put it out, I'm not sure if you guys remember or not, but there was only 1,000 copies. They put out only 1,000 copies of the film. That's all they were going to be that they were allowed to put out at the time. It came with a booklet, and it sold out. It sold out super fast. It was coming close to my birthday. My better half found a copy of one of the limited edition ones on eBay with the booklet and everything. I think around like 2 or 3 months later, they put a standard edition out, like sans booklet. But I was still really happy to get the booklet edition of Hell Comes to Frogtown, because you never know what's going to go out of print. I think, now rest in peace, but Nick Redman said this, and he said, and he really made a good point. When they were talking about, so why do you choose 3,000 copies, or like for your Twilight Time films? Why do you choose like to do limited edition, like that? And he said, basically, he said, you may not be aware of this, and some companies may not focus on telling you this, but every movie that comes out, in a way, is a limited edition. Nowadays, there's no like, this is for certainty that this movie is going to get a second or third print run. We don't know anymore. When companies go out, they have a certain amount that they want to sell. They can use a replicator. They can actually put out like a second run or a second issue of films. But he was exactly right, and it was an amazing observation that I never heard anyone say before. And that's the thing. Companies do not. Amy's right. Companies don't want to be stuck with unused inventory. They don't want to be stuck with movies that are going to be there for 3 or 4 years down the road that they're wondering if they're ever going to sell. And Warlock is right. In some cases, standard editions may have a more limited print run than what a limited edition has. We don't know when a movie comes out. We don't know if that movie is going to be out for like, oh, there's like so many, unless it's a limited edition. And he said there's this many copies of this movie being made. You never know how many copies of a set is being made. I mean, with a Warner Archive, it's a made-on-demand type of thing. That's different. But for like even for some of those, not all of those, they want to continue with. They don't consider all of them profitable. I'm a huge animation fan. I thought when they went from the Golden Collection with Looney Tunes to the Platinum Collection, obviously animation was here to stay. So there's going to be tons of more Looney Tunes animation coming out. Platinum Collection Volume 3 came out, and that was it. They stopped it. No more. Then he just went back to doing some DVD releases for Looney Tunes, and now they're doing the Bugs Bunny release. You never know how many like copies are going to come out. I thought I had lots of time to buy the Looney Tunes Platinum Collection, the one with the book and like the shot glass. Nobody's going to pick up that but me. I'm a huge animation fan. I'm the person that's going to grab that. Nobody's going to be picking that up. it sold out. Sold out before I got a chance to get it. So I got the regular kind of like book edition, and I think that sold out. And then it went to a regular edition after that. And I think then they went to like just putting them randomly on DVDs. So well, it does it. Well, they keep making platinum editions of those Looney Tunes sets when they can just put them on like cheaper DVD sets and sell those to you. No, they're going to sell you the DVD sets. That's my thought on it anyway. What numbers do I consider limited editions? That's a good question, Sam. I mean, it's really hard to tell because you don't know. Like I said, like would I like there was a time when like 25,000 was a limited edition. When you could get a limited edition of 50,000 and those movies sold out. There's nowadays a lot of limited editions. You see like 3,000, 5,000, 8 to 10,000. And 8 or 10,000, you think that's a lot of movies. There's no way they're going to be able to sell like sell that like there won't be the demand there for it. But if anything was ever to tell you that anytime somebody says to you, you know what, this streaming thing is really catching on, nobody's going to buy Blu-rays or DVDs anymore. If you ever want to see how full of crap they are, just look at how quickly something like this will sell out with, what is it, I think 8,000 copies of it. 8,000 copies of this sold out. Herschel Gordon Lewis set, 2 versions of the film. There's a Shock Gore set, a huge set. Rad sold 18,000 copies. Warlock's correct. So for people saying that, hey man, I guess they're not going to have any more of those, I guess physical media is dead. Nope. Nope. Not at all. There's still a lot of people buying physical media, but this is what really sells. This is where you're saying physical media going to. Box sets and TV as well. With for TV, you're getting like now, especially with Mill Creek, is doing complete sets, complete series sets. Hey there, Kubrick man. Pretty good. I'm feeling excited about the Gamera set. I hope you're able to pick that up. It was an amazing set. But that's a big thing right now. We're seeing like the TV sets. Mill Creek's putting out a Hammer collection. Why did I do that? Like I got it in my hands. Look, it's the invisible set. I did that recently on Cinema Days video. I had to look at my post there. But it is just so well done. Well, the studios, like Craig Mixon, a point there basically talked about like he thinks big studios will stop with their movies and you're going to get some other companies doing special editions. I think what we're going to get is they're going to focus a lot on, we're going to see a lot of the special stuff like focused on boutique labels, genre labels, and not just genres. I don't mean like just horror or anything like that. We're seeing that branch out. It started out with like Scream Factory doing just horror and Arrow. And we saw them branching out to doing like science fiction and fantasy and action films. And all of a sudden, like Vestron Video's playing a double feature of like of the Taibo guy. So like a lot of different like movies are coming out there in sets. Mill Creek are doing some amazing sets right now. They're doing those Ultraman sets. They're putting out the Hammer set. There's a Rita Hayworth set coming out. So that's the thing. We're not going to be just focusing on. But I think it is becoming a set type of society. We are getting a lot more sets. This year alone in 2020, and 2020 has been a crazy year, guys. But it has been an amazing year for collecting films. You wanted to see like Agnes Varda, one of the great female filmmakers of all time, want to see her films? Well, there's a set for that. Hey, are you a big fan of Z-grade, like action, horror, western, sexploitation? You're a huge Al Adamson fan. You want to see his movies? There's a set for that. Do you like the Showa era of Godzilla or the whole incomplete series of Gamera? Well, guys, there's a set for that. You want to get 20 Hammer films at one time, which is a fifth of the amount of films that they put out. There's a set for that too. There's a Fellini set coming out. There is a Friday the 13th Ultimate set coming out. Sets out for everything. You don't think big corporations care about 8,000 copies of a movie? Is it worth it? It is, because here's the thing. It's not just 8,000 copies of that film. This set, I'll show it again because I'm super proud of it. This set's amazing. This set looks incredible. But this is not just a set like just for however many thousand copies, 8,000 copies, whatever are done. It's also a really good indication of how well the company's doing, how well like Kaiju films are doing, and they can go so far with that. 8,000 copies of a limited edition. Then you break that down. You can sell like multiple copies in standard editions as well. You can look at different aspects of it. If you've got the complete rights on the film series, you can also look into like selling some of the streaming rights for some of that stuff as well. And that's the thing. It's like you think about it like, okay, well, we like it. We're collectors. We love this stuff. But how do companies think? Companies are watching this stuff. You feel guilty because you picked up Gamera on a whim, arrived no problem, when pre-orders were not fulfilled. It is not your fault that some pre-orders weren't fulfilled. You got the Gamera set, and you should be super proud about that. Are my glasses limited? That's a weird question. No, not at all, I don't think. You excited for the Essential Fellini set? But, yeah, I'm limited edition. One of a kind. Just out of the box. But, I lost track of my thought there now, guys. I truly think that we have this, there's a lot more. Like, I don't think that physical media is going anywhere. So that set, if you watched the beginning of this video, Jacob, I should have sold you on the set by now. But unfortunately, you may not be able to get it, but I may have sold you on it. It is amazing, and if you can't get the set and get the standard editions, get the standard editions. They are incredibly well done. If anybody knows Matt Frank, by the way, say hi for me. Super impressed with the work that he's done on this, and I am so excited to have this in my collection. I am super excited. So now I've got, and I guess I'll put them up alongside each other because everybody tends to do this in these here type of videos. God, these are freaking heavy. The Gamera and Godzilla sets. Although this is technically bigger, this is... That's my wrist. Actually, I might have done that a little bit. See, that's why... Here we go. I don't normally put these two sets up against one another. Definitely, like, don't watch it right now, guys. Watch this video. But afterwards, make sure you watch the Matt Frank Gamera unboxing. It is a fan that went farther. My God, this is so friggin' heavy. I love this. This is heavy. This has weight. It has girth to it. I will keep the J card because they got all the features written on there. I didn't used to keep the J card. I got to be honest with you. Who needs barbells when you have the Gamera set? Whoa, there we go. That is a weird noise to make. Herschel Gordon Lewis, you're not a fan of, are you? I like Herschel Gordon Lewis. The documentary on Herschel Gordon Lewis is amazing. It's heavier than the Shock and Gore set? You mean like the big set? It is an amazingly heavy set. I was initially going to bring down the Bergman set as well. But guys, those are two heavy sets to be carting around. This will be going, by the way, in my glass collection case, where I put a lot of my big sets at. So this is something I'm super stoked to look into. Do I ever buy stuff just to keep them sealed? Hell no, I gotta watch my movies. I open my movies right away. I'm not a person like you. You'll very rarely see a movie in my collection that's unopened. If it is, it's for a specific reason. Like maybe it was an HMV release that I picked up at the end of the in there. What would be for me the greatest set? Uh, that's a really hard to say. I'm actually not sure. There's so much that came out this year that like it is going to be an extremely hard as a movie reviewer. I don't know when to say that. As a person that talks about film, we're into like well, September's tomorrow, but it's going to be extremely hard at the end of the year when I've got to do up my list of the top movies of the year, top releases of the year. That's going to be tough. A lot of good stuff to find out what's going to hit the top space. Uh, I don't get when people don't open their movies and keep it for collector's purposes. Yeah, I don't get that either, actually. Well, there's this. It's like that ad that's on Saturday Night Live, and I mentioned it before. It's where they do the Saturday Night, the Star Wars ad, where they have the kids and they're like playing, like with the Star Wars, like the new Star Wars action figures coming out. Yeah, so you can play with them, or you can keep them in their box. But check that out. Trust me, it's really funny. It's like buying whiskey and not drinking it. That ain't happening in my house, dude. I actually, if whiskey is my drink of choice if I'm going to drink, or well, I like beer, but it's got to be certain brands. Al Absent has been in the top 10. Well, I'm going to do it. That's the thing. How do you rate? I mean, we got an Absent set. We got a Friday 13th set coming out, which every time I hear more about it, the Friday 13th set looks more and more impressive. The stuff that they're putting on it is incredible. If you have not watched, I think it was Halloween, he did an interview with Tom McLaughlin from Friday 13th, the director of Friday 13th Part 6. If you have not listened to that yet, definitely listen to it because he drops quite some bombs there, and I don't know if he was supposed to or not, on the Friday 13th box set and stuff that's going to be in it. Top 10 box set video. That'll be coming up at the end of the year, I think, because 2020 has really been the year of the box sets. So I'm going to be looking towards some of that. I'm hoping at this point to be going to in November to Ontario, I wish, to Newfoundland to visit my family. So if I do that, I will be visiting my dad around that time. And so you can expect then in November to hopefully get that Hammer versus Amicus video that you guys have been asking for with my dad. So it's kind of hard to do it here, but we'll do it together. And I don't want to try to do it over StreamYard because trust me, in order for me to do that, I got to go to the house and set up StreamYard on his computer. And it needed to be. In such a weird, crazy year, 2020 needed to be the year for physical media. Why did it need to be the year for physical media? Because we were all stuck home with too much time on our hands and realizing that, you know what, the streaming stuff, what's the heaviest set I own? The Bergman set, and probably this set is right next to it. I'd have to really put these up against one another though. This is amazingly heavy. No, wait a second. I know the heaviest set I own. Give me a hernia. I have got a Harry Potter set that is huge. And I did a unboxing video of it once, thinking, okay, a lot of people are going to want to watch this video because it's a huge set that's very expensive. And what happened? Well, like it didn't get a lot of views, so I said, shag that. I'm not doing unboxings like this very often. Oh, who did the? Tom McLaughlin. Yes, who talked about the Friday 13th set. Tom McLaughlin did, and it's on the Halloweenies podcast. So they do an interview with him, runs about an hour long. Throughout the interview, he talks about like the Friday 13th film that he kind of wants to make. He doesn't want to give too much information on that because he's hoping to actually get it made. He talks about like the set, finding out when the set was coming out, like different features, some features that he said, man, I wish I would have known ahead of time because I would have wanted them to include this on the set, having Scream Factory reach out to them about certain features as well. And everything from like music videos to different cuts of music videos, including The Man Behind the Mask. So if all that stuff actually comes into the set, and that is just like some stuff mentioned on his film and a couple others, the Friday the 13th set is going to be something, is going to be a sight to be beheld. And if you are a fan of Friday the 13th at all, you are definitely 110% going to want to get this set. Oh, George, have a great evening, George. And one of these days, if I get over your way, we'll go shopping in that place you go, the H&V. We'll check it out. Because me and Vanessa and Sim and Dave still have to go to London. Hashtag 2021. Do I think Scream Factory will ever release a Nightmare on Elm Street set? That's a good question, Ragman. I definitely think that it's something that they will definitely look into. And now that, for instance, in order to release this Friday the 13th box set, they had to be in contact with New Line Cinema, who did some of the films for the Friday 13th series. I would be willing to bet that that conversation started during the Friday 13th box set. Will Scream Factory release a Nightmare on Elm Street box set? I would think it's almost a given that unless something very serious happens, Scream Factory will definitely release a Nightmare on Elm Street box set in the future. And this Friday 13th box set, with New Line working towards working with Scream Factory to get this Friday 13th box set, is step one, I think, to getting Nightmare on Elm Street released with one of these amazing sets. And you have to yeah, you got it. You can't take anything away from the Scream Factory sets. Is it bootleg? No, of course it's not bootleg. Why would it be bootleg? It's no, it's a huge set. It's very hard to get. It's very rare. Warner Brothers owns New Line, and Scream Factory has been releasing a lot of Warner Brothers lately. It's coming. Craig, good one there. Lee said that he knows that Unobstructed View is a pre-order for He Came from the Swamp, so you grabbed yourself a copy already. Unobstructed View, you got to pay for the pre-order right away, right? It's not like Amazon where you can pay when it's coming out, when it's getting released. Because for me, I would love to be able to support Unobstructed View more, but I can't always pay. I can't often pay when movies are coming out. I got to save for them. Like a lot of you guys, like I got to save to get this. This was Gamera. A lot of sandwiches came in the Gamera. A lot of kind of lean meals. Those guys for not grabbing the Halloween set when he had the chance. For me, I actually took some time off work to grab that Halloween set. You did, man. Check out the beginning of the video because I will show my Hitchcock collection, and I'll do a Hitchcock-centric video in the future. As for now, like I've had a long, really hard day at work today, so this video may not be much longer. Warlocks, I heard a rumor a month ago that Vinegar Syndrome may be releasing a Howling sequel set. That I would love to grab, and because Howling sequels, especially if part 4 is included, I'm definitely there. I love part 4, New Beginning. A lot of people hate it. I actually like that one. I remember the Tonight Show when Jay Leno, when they couldn't show Kevin Bacon smoking a joint, but a knife through the throat was okay for Friday 13th. Hey, of course, that's the reason that you can go on YouTube and places like that, and you can see bloody violence and gore all over the place. But if you see a boob, oh my God, shut that channel down. You saw Harry Potter box sets on eBay for sale, and they're iffy. Well, nope. I got mine actually from a guy that was one of the guys that ran the HMV in my area, at the time, and he got all his sets from like from there. Uh, we're so prudish, Amy. Oh well, what's this we stuff? But no, I do think that as like North America societies has a lot to learn from Europe when it comes to that. That we are way too prudish. I remember when they did the Super Bowl halftime show, and it was like the Janet Jackson Justin Timberlake thing, and like, oh my God, Janet Jackson kind of showed a nipple, sort of, uh, and I'm like, and why is that a big deal? It's like the most natural thing. Warlock's a fan of the marsupials. Really, it took me a while to start kind of like really kind of love the marsupials, but I do like it now. When I initially saw it, I was a bit baffled by it. I did not know it was Philip Mora originally. Uh, I was like, who took over from part three? And then I looked at it's the same director from part two. It's the same director that did part two and three, and then it got baffling even more because he did The Beast Within, which, by the way, is a much more serious, grounded film um, than both of his Howling films. Um, so I was like, same director for real? You stay safe there too, PlayStation 9. Now when I was like when I was a kid, uh, I grew up in the era of the slasher film and the giallo, and both of those were like heavy on like nudity. So and when it wasn't there, you felt cheated as a young teen because you expected it to be there. French Sex Murders, yep, I'm pretty sure lead to that one is coming from Vinegar Syndrome. I've heard several like leaks on French Sex Murders being one of the Vinegar Syndrome releases. I kind of wonder if it's coming from in the Forgotten Jolly set volume 2. Amy's looking forward to the Hammer set. Uh, Definitely. I mean, like, there are a lot of really good movies on that set. Like, a lot of really good movies. And to get 20 films for the price that is, it's insane. Hit the road. Craig, thanks for coming in. You had a lot of really good comments, by the way. Hope to see you here again soon. You stay safe, man. Remember discovering Argento when you were a teenager. What I really get excited about, I actually didn't know that the Steelbook with the washing machine was out of print. But if you ever get a chance to get it, pick it up. Uh, what I remember, what I get excited about is when I hear like somebody like either it can be a younger person or an older person that just hasn't been in, just is discovering these films for the first time. They're discovering Giallo, they're discovering Argento, they're discovering like Sergio Martino for the first time. It is so amazing to realize that they're going to be able to like just get that experience that like say me or someone that like that discovered them like early on. Uh, you wish you discovered Italian horror when you were a teenager? Kind of actually, you may not actually, because here's the thing. It's wonderful to have discovered them and go through them then. But I'm kind of jealous of people that are going into it now, and and like just discovering these for the first time. It's an amazing time. I discovered them like on VHS tapes, where often like I adjusted the picture so I could see it. You're getting like crystal clear quality copies with bonus features and commentaries and documentaries, the stuff that I would have killed to have. when I was a kid. I was excited when I got a Anchor Bay VHS and opened it up, and on the inside there was writing. There's a 2 pages of writing on the inside. That was my special features, man. Once you see them, you can't see them again for the first time. True, but I got to say, for a lot of those films, uh, I kind of fall more in love with ones that I like over and over again. Tenebrae, for instance. What did I think of the new Batman trailer? I liked it, actually, especially considering only 20% of the movie's actually been filmed. Actually, I like the way they done. Very different take on the Riddler. The first time the Riddler's been gotten a very serious, like in live action films anyway, got a very serious take on him. Oh, there are certain films, especially. This is going to seem really snobby, but Christopher Nolan, a lot of his movies you can appreciate more on repeated viewings. Tenet, which I saw in the theater, well, not in theater, I saw it at a drive-in, is one that people are iffy on. But I think people are gonna, unlike some movies where I'll go back and I'll watch them again and I'll kind of like them less. I'm looking at you, Man of Steel. Uh, I got a feeling Tenet is going to be one that I'm going to get a bit more out of each time I watch it. Not something I can watch every day. It's a 2.5 hour long movie. But when I do get to sit down and watch it, I got a feeling there's a little bit more I'm going to find every time. Italian and Japanese horror films definitely have rewatch value. I completely agree. I think that Argento and specifically has has a lot of rewatchability, and there's a lot of really different stuff, unique things you can take out of those Argento films. Doctor Strange director doesn't want people to watch Tenet in theaters for some reason. But well, stay safe. I can think of that being a reason. A Ted V. Michaels box set. That'll be fun, actually. I got some Ted V. Michaels here, and I like some of that stuff. Remember discovering imported Asian cinema back in the 90s. Picked up Shiri on a whim and was hooked. You still, so you got to get yourself. It's not that expensive now to get like one of those flat screen TVs. You get one like 100 or 200 bucks. You want to go for that, Alan? If you can find yourself a nice little flat screen. I remember how my kids are really way more into and know a lot more about Asian cinema than I do. And I remember the kind of like the gateway drug. My oldest, my daughter, used to walk down to work with me. I worked at a bank, and so I would walk down there around like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning because it was like banking hours. So you work early. So sometimes when she'd get back, she wouldn't be able to go to sleep right away. So she'd be watching Netflix back when Netflix had actual movies on it. And so she was like, what can I watch today? I said, well, and every day I'd give like a different Netflix recommendation. And one day I'm like, have you seen Battle Royale? Because it's on Netflix. It was on Netflix at that point. And she's like, no, I haven't seen it. Is it any good? I'm like, don't Google anything. Go in and watch Battle Royale. You're gonna enjoy it. So she did. She loved it, and now she speaks some Japanese. One thing that you're going to notice if you're new to this channel or if you come in, I like a bit of everything. It's kind of my. I don't like. I love horror. I love noir. I get on cheesy action kicks. Um, I like classic adult storyline cinema. So yeah, I kind of like a bit of everything. I love Asian cinema. And with that being said, at 79 minutes, you know what time it is? You do? And Rod is a spice life. And Dan, Roddy is a spice life. It is time for me to carry this behemoth back upstairs. Oh my God, this is heavy. Uh, I am Aaron. This is my movie library. Uh, at the end, because I forgot to do it at the beginning, a quick shout out to my Patreon subscribers. Thank you so much. You have no idea what you mean to me this month. Especially thank you for the guys that were in the super chat that actually that gave to the super chat. That was uh, trying to get to like a certain amount to get over so that I may actually get a payout. I don't think I'm going to get there. Action Jackman, Brent, Brian, Dale, Dr. Mark, Mad Scientist, JR, Ryan, and Ryan, Shadow Price, Lisa Crow, Mary Sullivan, Drax, Sumo, Italian Dan, and Vanessa. Thank you so much. Crimson Cult guys. Have a great evening, guys. I will see you guys here soon. We'll when I next see you, it'll be another month. It'll be September, and we'll be. I was initially going to do like and my pickups for August, but that may be a massive video. I am Aaron. Thank you for watching. You guys are the Call to Cinema. You guys rock, and have a great evening. Watch some Kaiju.